So, good afternoon, guys. We have seven weekly encounter and also our final session. And today, a very important, which is why we all need for AIE. Um, but remember that this is our final encounter, and also don't forget to take a screenshot since this is the last session for you to take say it again, the screenshot for your final task two, because you remember that this is part of task two. So, well, returning to our topic, today we're going to talk about why we all need to practice emotional first AAD. So, did you all watch the video and understand the content? Are you listening to me?
Yes, teacher.
Well, did you watch the video and did you understand the content of it?
Yes, teacher,
Yes, teacher.
I saw the video.
Yes,
I
yes, teacher.
watched the video. Okay. So, as an activator of this encounter, I had the presentation card of the Dr. Winch. And in this presentation card, he said, just a psychologist, not a real doctor. And it's just like a joke. But what do you think about why he said that it is not a real doctor? What do you think about that?
Teacher, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. So the question is, why do you think someone like Dr. Winch would use this expression? Dr. Winch, just a psychologist, not a real doctor.
Teacher, you don't listen well.
Yes. In the presentation of the conference of the Dr. Winch, he said that he is not a real doctor. Why do you think he said that?
Sí.
Teacher.
Buenas noches.
Teacher, me.
¿Escuchan?
Hello, Anderson.
Sorry, estábamos presentando la evaluación de lo del C1. Ahorita terminamos.
The C1 English Advanced.
Yes.
Okay. And how was it? It's
Uh,
something quickly, right?
yes, but it was good for the both of us. So the teacher gave us
Okay.
feedback.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so uh, in order to continue, and as you cannot watch my screen, I'm gonna skip this first part since I need the picture of of what I'm saying in order to get this point done. So, as a second point, and as you all watch the video, I would like each one of you in 2 minutes summarize the content of the video. Okay, so I'm gonna take the time and you guys will have 2 minutes in order to summarize or talk about the video in your own words about what you understood or what do you think was the most interesting about the information that Dr. Winch shared in the presentation. Okay, so I'm gonna call one by one and minutes just to summarize the of what Dr. Winch posing. Okay, guys, please tell me something when I speak because I don't know if you can listen to me.
Okay, I'm losing you for a moment. It's like internet connection.
Mm, your sound is not too good, and I listened to noise, Anderson.
Yes, teacher. I was saying that your voice like it was intermittent.
Okay, so let me check something. Okay, so let me take off my headset and the sound is better without it. Okay, so I was telling you guys to in point. I need you to summarize the content of the video about what Dr. Winch talk about and what you understand of the what do you want you understood of the topic and also what was the most interesting about the topic. So you will have 2 minutes in order to summarize the whole content of the video. So I'm gonna call one by one, and you guys will have 2 minutes. So do you understand? Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, yes,
Okay. So well, okay, Anderson. Okay, I'm gonna start with Alejandra, then Sorry, after Sorry, Maria Paula, then Anderson, and finally Marisol. Okay, so Alejandra, you will have 2 minutes in order to summarize the content of the video and share your point of view or the most interesting aspect that you could appreciate in the video. So you will have your 2 minutes now.
okay, teacher. Um, for me, in particular, this has been the best topic that has been discussed in the meeting. Um, Perhaps because I feel a little identified with low self-esteem, and because many times I let myself be carried away by the negative information that comes to my mind, and it is difficult for me to change that information. Um, After watching video about emotional first aid, I learned and understand that loneliness creates a deep psychological wound that distorts perception and scrambles our thoughts. It is make you think that those around you care less than they do, Um, Many people tend to feel lonely even if they are como para decir, rodeado. Bueno, rodeado by people all day, and I think that all this happens because people disconnect emotional and social from the world around them, closing in on themselves.
Okay, Alejandra, that's good. So continue, sorry. Sorry.
Yes, teacher. According
Okay, 2 minutes.
Okay. According to the video, Dr. Wish expressed something very important. We evaluate the body more than the mind. Since we were little, we know the importance of taking care of our physical health and that of others. But we know little about physiological health. That is why it is important to talk with our children about our emotional high. Mr. Wing affirms that we solve more physiological than physical injuries, and among them are reflection, failure, loneliness, and they are worse if we ignore them because they create a deep physiological wound, can also cause both physical and mental illness that also kill the people. For example, depression can lead to suicide. That is why it is important not to shoot up talk about our emotion to a physiologic um, learn about emotional high, seek the necessary help to take care of physiological health.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let's continue with Maria Paula.
Okay, teacher, the video is about the experience of a man and his twin. Later, he became a psychologist and began to realize things like the favoritism we show to the body over the mind, and how many people today don't care about taking care of their mental health, only their physical part. So he begins to mention and explain how different aspects affect our mental health. The first of them is loneliness, and he said that loneliness creates a deep physical wound, one that distorts our perception and scrambles our thinking. The next part of the video emphasis in pay attention to emotional pain, such as failure, and how we react to it, and makes the comparison to two young children, as once we became convinced of something, it's very difficult to change our mind. And finally, he tells how his brother got sick, and that's something that helped him overcome the illness was his physical health, and how it can help us too.
Okay, Maria Paula, that was good. That was interesting. Anderson, I don't know if you could give a general opinion about the topic since you didn't watch the video, or if you feel that you cannot, it's okay. Okay.
No,
Do you
teacher,
want to participate?
yeah, I understood a little, one or two things about my classmates said about the topic.
Okay, so you will have 2 minutes now to talk about the topic in general, or since your experience, or what you could talk about. Okay, but 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, the topic is like is touching a very interesting and important point of us as humans, and is the emotional part, the mental health. In our country, that is not a like an priority topic to pay attention. But one thing that this situation, this pandemic situation, brought to us is that a lot of people suffer of mental illness, like depression, like low self-esteem, and this thing, this lockdown that they did uh, about the situation of the pandemic uh, increase these problems in people, like big lockdown and with your own thoughts uh, all this time just showed and brought this problem and just put on alarm. This is a real problem, and this is a real topic that we have to pay attention, special attention, because affect young people to old people. Every person can have this kind of problems, this kind of emotional problems, and we have to pay attention. But it is sometimes so difficult because people talking about one specific illness is depression. People with depression, most of the time, you see them happy, or maybe you see them sharing with the.
Okay, Anderson. Sai,
Okay,
thank you for your opinion. Okay, let's continue with Marisol. Marisol.
Okay, teacher. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
I I can understood the video. Try to the experience of the doctor about the psychological health, and I think that the psychological health is have had the same importance to the physical health, because this part of health can cause the sick in the people, uh, because the emotion can affect to others parts of the of the body. In this video, the the doctor I we do to think very problems to affect the all people in the world, because the emotional part don't have not the same tratamiento, no sé, in the
Treatment.
treatment in the system uh, health. Uh, and the people are have sick, and these six don't. Okay, teacher.
Okay, yeah. In general, that was the topic. He shared a little bit of his own experience and kind of process that he had regarding to his own experience, and how his brother also overcome cancer, also because of his positive attitude and his strong mental health. So yeah, it is like an invitation in order to also take care about our mind as we also take care of our body. Because yes, you know, the, the mind diseases are some people that need to take a nap and take a rest. It's not as a doctor for any other diseases. Okay. So in order to go deeper on the topic and also to the content of the video, uh, I'm gonna make some questions, and also I'm gonna share a couple of motions or statement that the doctor which uh, shares in the content, and you will going to answer or just to share your opinion according to if it's a question or if it's an statement from the Dr. Winch. Okay. In the video, the Dr. Winch talk about favoritism. So, what's Dr. Winch points about favoritism?
Teacher, I can you repeat, please? I can see your screen.
My screen is not working, and you can watch it and here, okay, in the chat, and I'm gonna repeat it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, Dr. Talk about favoritism. So, what's Dr. Winch point about favoritism? Why did you use that word?
Well,
Teacher,
Yes, or
I think the doctor talk about favoritism. Um, think about how much more we value our body instead of our mind. You know how much we like to take care of our feet instead of our mind.
Yes, that's what the topic. Who wants to complement Sori's opinion or Sori's answers, or who wants to add anything else?
Uh, well, from my perspective,
Hmm?
I believe that every person that has brothers or sisters, he knows deeply that always is gonna be one favorite in the for the parents. Not like the well, yes, this is favoritism, but is more like taking care of the kid that you see like uh, uh, in other words weaker than others. That's what I think from my experience. Maybe the parents do this
That's the
unconsciously.
point.
Maybe the parents do this not with I don't
Okay,
know how to
understood.
say it.
Listen to me. Yeah, listen to me. That's the definition of the word favoritism, to prefer something rather than other one or other things. And this is specifically the definition of the word, but he's using the word in the video in order to explain how we have that favoritism in our body instead of our mind. So he was talking
Okay,
about how much we take care about how much we take care about our body, and
okay, I understand.
you have
Uh,
also you go to the gym, you eat healthy,
yeah, I understood.
you
Yes,
and
that is that is
many
what
things in order to body. Like
that is what we see daily.
for
People,
your mind, you know, that's the thing.
yes, most of the people put their bodies first and the like inner peace or mental health in the last place. They prefer to look pretty or I don't know, instead of taking care of her mental problems uh, like depression and may in some cases they do this kind of things just to supply their problems, their mental problems. They focus in
Exactly.
have a great body just to supply the I don't know how to say complex.
Yeah, complex.
The complex they have had a lot of complex and try to look like stronger or the perfect body, but inside they have just with a lot of problems and they maybe do that to like to accept no not
Okay, Anderson. So let's
sorry.
let's move to the next question. Okay, so I need you to the rest of the team, please participate. So I have the following question. Do you agree with Dr. Winch's affirmation? What do you teach our children about emotional hygiene? He said nothing. So what do you think about this affirmation? Do you agree with Dr. Winch's affirmation? What do we teach our children about emotional hygiene? Nothing. So he said that we are not teaching any emotional hygiene to our children. So do you think that? Do you think think that it is true, or do you have your own opinion? Please, Maria Paula.
Okay, teacher, I think that in these days, for example, in at schools, or sorry, schools no, parents, they don't give the importance to health, maybe I don't know how to say. They think that uh, the children can't through for something like this, for example, bullying or how
Uh,
to
Suffering.
suffer it, or how to spread their feelings, and they more important to physical health. So I agree with the doctor that don't teach emotional hygiene. I don't know the
Hygiene.
pronunciation. Hygiene.
Hygiene.
Okay.
Hygiene. Yeah.
Okay.
Hygiene. Like saying hi, hola, hi, Jean, hygiene.
Okay.
Marisol, what do you think? Do we teach our children about emotional hygiene? Are you agree? Do you agree or not?
I think that don't teach emotional hygiene uh,
Hygiene.
to no one because the people always focus in the physical health and the emotional hygiene don't take into account uh, because the people think that no this is not important. Now
Yes.
maybe teach a little emotional hygiene to some people, but this is very creep. I don't know.
Very what?
Yes,
Okay, so Alejandra, what's your opinion?
Well, teacher, in my opinion, is I agree with the doctor. I think that children are not on emotional hygiene. Um, Many children are emotional weak. Um, every day in the notice, we hear more in the news that many children end their life for not knowing, como para decir, este, por no saber,
Like ignoring,
knowing,
by
uh,
ignoring.
but knowing how to deal with their problems, they feel alone. Um, um, for example, today, uh, bueno, voy a decirle como una historia. Today, I knew of an um, acquaintance did 8 months ago wrote once home and they managed to think him alive. And after being almost in the ACU, did not resist more and did.
Yes. Yes, the thing is that we're not used to pay attention to the mind diseases because we haven't been taught about that. Nobody us that it's more important as taking care of our body. So that's why Dr. Winch points out that favoritism that we have about our body than rather than our mind. There is no like an equality in the importance that we have about those important parts of our body because you know the full body also includes our mind, but it's like something minimal, but you know that's good. Okay, I have another question, and the answer could be a little personal because it is related to ourselves. Are you aware of how your mind reacts to failure? Sorry, I react instead of sending the question. Are you aware of how your mind reacts to failure? Do you understand the question? Are you
Teacher,
aware of how your mind reacts to failure? Uh, who's talking, Marisol or Maria Paula?
Maria Paula, I don't understand. Understood one word. Where? Aware.
Aware. Aware is to be conscious, like thinking of the. It's like are you? Um, it's like realizing something, you know, like paying attention to what is happening. In Spanish, is are you aware of how your mind reacts to failure?
Teacher. Teacher.
Does anybody wants to answer the question?
Teacher, me.
So, do you think that you react well when you don't get something, when you try to do something but it didn't work? So, are you okay with your reaction?
Mm, I think so. Sometimes when I have been through a difficult moment, I think it is normal to react and ups and down of emotions. But at the same time, I try to put a positive mind. I think that this situation will not last forever. Um, then thing will be better. I look for the way out of that situation.
Excellent answer. Sorry, that's good. Excellent answer to the question. Anybody else wants to share his or her answer, please? Anderson. Alejandra. I don't know, someone.
Yes, teacher.
Alejandra.
Okay, teacher. I think that my mind often reacts in a negative way. Sometimes I feel lost in many situations. I don't know how to react. Um, 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 Many times, many times frustrate me. Um, um, I don't know. My main reaction negative. The problem.
But do you think that it is okay? Do you think that is a bad reaction?
Repeat.
Alejandra, do you think that bad reaction that you have it is bad or it is good to feel that reaction? Alejandra,
I-
I'm not listening.
No, teacher, no listen very well. No.
Okay, so anybody else wants to share his answer or her answer?
Okay, me teacher. Um,
Maria Paula?
okay, when we throw some fell as the video said, we look how to feel worse, and we are not aware that all those negative thoughts don't contribute anything good, and that the mind, when combines of something, is very hard to change our mind. So that's why one must protect our self-esteem by taking account all these warning signs.
Okay. Marisol Anderson, do you want it's okay like that?
That I my reaction to is bad because I can't to accept the failure. Uh, I think to I I don't I did learn. I didn't learn to try to failure to mistake. I don't know how to accept the negative things.
Okay, Marisol. Okay, so let's continue with our final part in order to finish the encounter. There are some statement that Dr. Lynch shared, and I want to know your opinion about each one. Okay. So the thing is the following. So go over the following statement. So let's try one by one in order to everybody participate. And please don't stand so much because we are missing just 10 minutes. And I want that everybody participate. if you don't want to participate, please let me know. And
Teacher, can you
because
hear me?
sometimes I stay waiting for you to participate. And yes, Anderson.
Sorry, teacher.
And it is in Anderson.
Sorry. Can you hear me, teacher? Ah,
Yes, I can hear you.
hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I'm like having problems.
Okay, don't worry. So let's continue with these three statements that Dr. Share about the topic. So I want you that you please participate, but one by one, just share your opinion and said if you agree or don't about each one, okay? The first one is our mind is hard to change once we become convinced. What do you think about this one? Our mind is hard to change once we become convinced. Do you think that it is
Can you hear me?
that hard or it is not? Yes, Anderson.
Okay, finally. This is like like one of the topics that we see every day in our lives. Once you like put some idea in someone and convince these people of this idea, it is a lot of difficult to these people to let go this idea, whether it is true or not. And we see this in almost every aspect of our lives: religion, education, uh, politics, sports. So once you put an idea in someone, it is difficult to these people to let go this idea and to accept or other points of view.
Okay, Anderson. So does anybody else has this opinion or have a different opinion or his or her own opinion about this statement? Our mind is hard to change once we become convinced. Who else?
Teacher, me. Okay,
Hmm?
okay. I
Okay, go
think
ahead,
that
Maria.
the mind is something very difficult to have control to control. That's why in the video it say that our
Mhm.
mind is difficult to change once we are convinced, because whether whatever they are positive or negative thought, we have um, a resistance to change those thoughts, and the it's more easy that we stay in that idea.
Right.
Teacher,
So,
Teacher.
I
anybody
I
else? Sorry.
yes, teacher. I think it can be a bit
Yes.
difficult, but I also believe that with the necessary help and company, we can change our ideas. For example, we can visit a psychologist to help us.
Yes. Does anybody else have opinion?
Teacher. Um, I think that yes,
Mhm.
it is
Okay,
difficult
Alejandra.
for me. Okay, it is difficult for me to change and accept something in my mind. It is difficult for me, and I'm stronger daily to change this, but it's really difficult. It is difficult for me to change. I myself send negative information to my mind.
Yes. Okay, nobody else. Okay, so let's finish because the time is well, we're just 10 minutes in order to finish. So let's continue with our second statement. Our mind and our feelings, they are not the trustworthy friends we thought. That we thought they were. So what do you think about this? Our mind and our feelings, they are not the trustworthy friends we thought they were. What do you think about this, Marisol?
Teacher, I think that this statement is true because in some situations or difficult situation, uh, we feeling I don't know traicionados. Mm,
To betrayed
sorry, I don't hear.
or cheated. We feel cheated.
Twitter
Mm-hmm.
for our feeling because uh, we think uh, some ideas and we doing we do other things. Um, we think that um, our ideas are the same always, but in the situation, uh, the ideas are others because uh, there is um, I don't know, como un enfrentamiento eh, between our
There is
mind,
a battle. There
a
is a
battle
battle. Yeah.
between our mind
Between.
and
Uh-huh.
our feelings is it
Okay. That
complex.
point. Yeah. Yeah. It's very difficult. So, who else wants to share his her own opinion? Our mind and our feelings, they are not the trustworthy friends we thought they were.
Okay, me teacher. I remember,
Maria Paula.
yes, I remember that part in the video. In our thoughts are constantly changing depending on the situation. So the video makes the
Mhm,
comparison like a very grumpy friend who can be
mhm,
totally sympathetic 1 minute, and we are suddenly aware that something bad that happened was not our fault. And the other times, those thoughts may make us feel very good, guilty or bad.
yes. Okay, who else? Anderson, sorry, Alejandra.
I think, teacher, that
Mhm,
that
sorry.
uh, also that is true, because our strokes and emotion change with situation, and sometimes they can become negative and can lead you to serious situation.
Yes. Anderson and Alejandra.
I think this is true. Um, I consider we should be very careful with them because our emotional health depend on this. I think they should be treated with the same importance that is given to another part. Uh, I don't know, of our body. According to the video, this should be given much importance.
Yes. Anderson.
Yeah,
Do you want to share your opinion about this statement?
can you hear me? I was trying to talk from the beginning.
Yes, Anderson.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I think that the this statement is true. I agree because we always tend to think that we have the right based on our thinking and our feelings or emotions, and we most of the time doesn't hear another point of view and just focus on we are uh, on on our feelings and thoughts, and this is not well because most of the times we are changing our opinion, and uh, maybe you are in a hard situation and your feelings are low or something, so we have to take a minute, think, and hear another point of view, and maybe just get your conclusion, focus on this.
Yes. Okay. This statement remind me something that I heard. Uh, I don't know exactly when, but it was a woman who was being interviewed, and she said something like she was asked about if she was a friend of her daughters or yeah, or children, and she says, I'm not her friends, I'm her mother. And I think that this statement about feelings is something has something about that. Our feelings are not our friends, and they are not our enemies either, because the feelings exist in order to feel them. So we cannot choose. Well, I'm just going to feel the good feelings in all my life, because it's impossible. You have good feelings, bad feelings, but um, as a conclusion, I think that there are not good feelings or bad feelings. There are feelings and emotions, and we feel them naturally, depending of according to our situations, our moment in life, our experience. So I think that is more about intelligence, emotional intelligence, rather than to choose what to feel. I think that we can feel all the feelings, but we have to be focused in order to overcome this situation. But feelings, because the feelings will. So that's my own. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree that there are no good or bad feelings, just feelings. But I think that we can
Exactly.
train our minds not to feel that or feel this, but to analyze the situation and not let that the feelings
Yes,
controls you.
yes,
That's what I think.
exactly. So because you cannot control your body of your mind or feeling something, but you can control how you suffer or how long you will feel that emotion or that feeling in the moment. So
Yes.
I think that it is more related to our emotional intelligence, or as Dr. Winch said, emotional hygiene, in order to
Okay.
clean our mind. You know.
I always thought that
So
that
anybody else? Yeah.
that no,
Yes,
I'm not.
Anderson. Go ahead.
Just only to say that I always thought that was had a strong character. That's what I think I have all my life. So emotional
Okay.
hygiene. That's great.
Hygiene. Yes. Okay. Anybody else wants to share a last opinion or conclusion about this topic?
Yes,
Okay, girls. So if there's no, yeah, Alejandra.
yes. It's my conclusion of the topic of the video.
Yes.
Okay. Um, I think that mental health should be given more important than anything else. The mental health is not a game, uh, and many people do not pay attention and to it. The mind plays an important role in our life. Our success or failure often depends on the information that is sent to it. Is my opinion about of the video.
Yes, and so remember, Alejandra, that as teacher, we also have to of take care of our mental health, and also to be very very attentive about our children in the school, our students in the school, how they experience those feelings and emotions regarding to many situations that they live. Okay, who else has a final point or conclusion? Nobody else?
Teacher, I would like to say something, to add something. Talking about
Mhm.
emotional hygiene, I think that that's a social problem because people are just teaching what they feel or what they know, but not analyzing
Mhm.
how this is going to affect the future life of the children. It's like a snowball. It's a problem just
Mhm.
going and going and going and transcending generations. That's what I think about this emotional hygiene. People doesn't
Yes,
teach
because
this because they didn't receive this information and they are just replying what they learned when they were kids or adolescents. But we have to break this change. That's what I think.
yes, yeah, we have to change our mind about this and to break the pattern of these
Yes,
bad teaching.
that's what I
Because
see.
not teaching something is a bad teaching. Okay, boys and girls, this was our final encounter. So I hope that you have take advantage of this all and all. I want to recommend you to sing English. Uh, you need to practice a lot, not all the English skills. Okay, so this is my final recommendation for you in order to learning and improving your English. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you very much. That was a great
Okay.
experience
Bye,
for me.
Anderson. Okay, bye, Alejandra. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Sorry.
teacher. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
bye, bye.